Hi, this is Trey Pastor. I'm going to do my review of Zack Snyder's Justice League with spoilers. When it came out, I did an initial impression review of the Snyder Cut, but I had a lot of personal things going on in my life and COVID whole situation, so basically I didn't even get a chance to look at Snyder Cut again until last week. And last week I watched it again all 4 hours and I recorded my reaction to it. And I have that reaction, or at least the first two parts. Broken up into 4 parts. I have the first 2 parts on my Patreon channel. Link is below if you want to join my Patreon. And so I have the unedited versions, the first 2 parts. And the next couple of days, I'm going to record, render the part 3 of 4 and 4 of 4, and then put that on my Patreon. I may or may not try to edit it. It depends. Like I said, my computer is just way too slow trying to render. It takes basically like literally a day to render it. I've recorded, these things on my iPad, on my iPhone 11, and the file comes out. I try to reduce the size of it to like 720p instead of 1080p or 4K, but it's like way too big, and I have to kind of reduce it. That's what I did. I used Wondershare Filmora to reduce those 2 file sizes from, I think one was 8 to like 2, and then from like 5 to like 1. Okay, I tried to use Handbrake, but Handbrake was taking way too long just to reduce it, even though it does reduce, small stuff, but it was just like taking way too long. So anyway, again, this review is going to have spoilers in it, and like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before. Before Snyder Cut came out, I saw the original Justice League, Justice League version, 2 times when it came out, and just so disappointed in it, and just it bombed at the box office. There was just so many things wrong with it. Superman with a mustache, Batman with corny jokes. Yeah, something's definitely bleeding. Those corny jokes. Flash falling into Wonder Woman's cleavage. Cyborg's time being cut down. There's just a lot of things wrong with that movie. And we all know the story, of Josh. Unfortunately, his daughter. The whole situation with his daughter. Then him walking away from the movie, and then him hiring Josh Green. And Josh Green tried to put humor and stuff into the movie and basically rewrote the majority of that movie, and it just came out wrong. Okay, and I haven't watched that movie since. Okay, I went to the theaters to see it, and so I was looking forward to seeing Zach's version when I heard. I used to watch Ping Pong Flex channel, Chris Wong. And I used to, at lunchtime, I used to remember going up to the cafeteria and eating and watching his latest videos, and he had all these tinfoil hat theories and stuff, but he kept doing on it, and then the fans got behind this movement, and then finally Warner Brothers gave Zack the go-ahead, and he shot some extra scenes and stuff for it, and he released it on the 18th of March, and like I said, I did my initial review of it, okay, which is on this channel if you want to see that, but this review I want to talk more in depth about it, because I really, really enjoyed it a lot, and one of the things I enjoyed, of course, was more time with the character development, okay, and specifically Cyborg, who was his time was criminally cut down from in the theatrical version, to this version. This version, we got to see his backstory. We got to see his mom. We got to understand the conflict that he was having with his father. We got to see more of that. We got to see, him as a normal, playing football and stuff. We got to see that, and we got to see, how he became Cyborg, and we got more of his backstory, and it made you care about the character. When Zack Snyder said that Cyborg's the heart of the film, he really meant that, and it shows in the movie, because Victor is a key part of the movie. He is literally the key to the movie, okay, and it really shows. And I could understand Ray Fisher's anger about having his time cut down, besides the other stuff, because literally all his time, I think he said the only thing they kept that Zack shot was the rooftop scene when Gordon meets all the members, nearly all the members of the Justice League, and everything else was cut out, and it just shows, and it shows that they should have. Warner Brothers executives were being greedy. They wanted the movie to come out in November of 2017 because they would have got their bonuses. If it came out later, they wouldn't have got their bonuses, and it shows that they didn't care. Superman with a mustache, okay, the corny jokes, this Flash falling into Wonder Woman's cleavage, the whole thing, it was just a complete mess. Like I said, it was a Frankenstein of a movie. Okay, parts of Zack's movie and parts of the reshoots put together and took an incoherent mess. Okay, now this version of it it's 4 hours, and the 4 hours doesn't drag to me. It flows better. Okay, sure, could it have been cut down a little bit more? Possibly, but I enjoyed it. Okay, for what it is. The 4 hours didn't seem like it was too long to me. It told the story. The way we got to see, we got extended scenes of the scenes with the Amazons. We got a better looking Steppenwolf, and we actually got to care about Steppenwolf's character because we got to see those conversations he had with Desaad, with Darkseid, and you kind of felt kind of sympathy for. I felt sort of sympathetic to Steppenwolf because all he wanted to do was go home, but he had to conquer, according to Desaad, pay for his betrayal by helping Darkseid conquer more worlds. So he couldn't come home until he did that, and that's what he wanted. He wanted to come home. You could tell he wanted to come home, and it was you actually got to care about Steppenwolf, and he looked tons better in this version, in Zack's version. He looked way better, more intimidating. Okay, and I enjoyed it. And again, Flash was another character that we got to see. They cut out, he still has the jokes in there, but they cut out some of the goofiness, like again him falling into one woman's cleavage. They cut that out. The I've never done battle crap. They cut that out. Got to see him be a badass and actually stop time and save the day. Okay, we got to see that. We got to see him meeting Iris. We got to see more of that scene, exactly how it plays out. See them more than flirting with each other, and it just was so much better. Okay, and even Batman came out better. Bruce Wayne, because again, none of that stupid corny jokes. No crack about Steve Trevor. None of that in there. We got to see more of Bruce Wayne in there, and we actually got to see that even when them going to making this decision to revive Superman, we got to see more of that. We got to see the whole league go out there to not all of the league, but most of them go out there to dig up Superman. Okay, and even the fight when Superman comes back and he's confused, that fight it plays out differently. It's at night and it plays out a little different than it does in the theatrical version. Okay, and again, we got to see Superman in the black suit, which I truly love. We got to see that, which looked great. We got to see it. I love the part where he goes to the ship to and you see all the different suits, and then we got to hear Jonathan talk to him with his voice, and we got to hear Jor-El talk to him and him take off, and we got to see him kick ass with Steppenwolf he literally kicked Steppenwolf's ass, and they wrecked Steppenwolf, and this oh my god, they wrecked Steppenwolf in this. They were like they beat the living crap out of him. I said, oh, and then that final shot where Aquaman comes up behind and stabs him with the trident, and Superman punches him, and Wonder Woman decapitates him, and his head falls. He goes through the boom to him, and his head falls right in front of Darkseid's feet, and he crushes it. And it's just, again, just more intense and more. It means something to you, and you could actually feel like this was, no stupid Russian family in this. Okay, you got to actually feel like this was, a world event. Okay, you got to see Martian Manhunter in this, which I agree with. And I know they were supposed to, initially, Zack wanted the scene where Martian Manhunter appears, the second scene, because he appears as Martha talking to Lois to tell her to get back to the world and stuff, come back to the living, and he changes into Martian Manhunter there, and then to General Swanwick. But then there's a scene towards the end of the movie where he changes, where he goes to meet Bruce, but that was supposed to be initially John Stewart, but Warner Brothers didn't let Zack use him because they want to use John Stewart and I think Hal Jordan in a Green Lantern movie if they ever make it. And I know they're supposed to do they're supposed to be working on a Green Lantern TV show, but I haven't heard anything about casting or anything about it, so I don't know if they're even starting it yet. Okay, if they ever do. But this just shows you, again, if you let a filmmaker do his vision, and Zack had a plan, and they should have had faith in his plan, because this movie, trust me, it plays out. But even Wonder Woman comes out a lot more as a warrior in this movie. She just really reminds me of the Wonder Woman that we saw in Batman v Superman. She was just a warrior. Okay, the scene in the bank was great when not the bank. It was a museum. No, I'm sorry. I think it was the museum, not the bank. In the museum was even more intense. And Wonder Woman just kicking ass in that. This is fantastic. Okay, her fights with Steppenwolf were great. And then, of course, her cutting off Steppenwolf's head at the end. That was just, again, Diana came off more of a badass. Even the fight with the Amazons. and Steppenwolf, that was even more badass. We got to see more of that, and it just came off great. And like I said, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie, and I know they got a black and white edition of this. I'm gonna get that in the color version, and I can't wait to own this. And hopefully, maybe Zach will do a Justice League too. We also got to see the scene with Lex when he broke out of Arkham. You know, when Deathstroke broke him out of Arkham, and they meet on the boat and he tells Deathstroke that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Okay. Which was supposed to lead into, of course, a solo Batman movie, which I hope they do. I hope Ben Affleck does get to do a solo Batman movie where he gets to fight Deathstroke. Okay, for HBO Max, please let them do that. I would love that. I would love to see that. Okay, and also they need to give Henry Cavill his solo Superman movie. They really need to do that. Sign him up for Superman. Let him appear in Black Adam, Captain, Shazam. And give him his own solo movies. Okay, you can get somebody else to direct it, because you can get Christopher McQuarrie. I want to finally see Henry Cavill, embracing the Superman role, because he did at the end of this movie. He's back, and he's Superman. And let somebody else direct, and give Henry Cavill a chance to be Superman. I would love to see him in 2 more solo movies. Okay, you should do it, Warner Brothers. And stop BSing around. Okay. So anyway, let me know what you think of. I know I'm late with my review with spoilers of Justice League, Zack Snyder Justice League, but like I said, I had a bunch of personal issues and stuff, and I had COVID and everything, but I'm better now, and so I wanted to make this review, and I love Zack Snyder Justice League. Okay, hold on for a minute. Okay, here's my Zack Snyder Justice League. Never faced this before. Now that's united. I love this. I wore this, when I watched the second and third, the third and fourth part of my review of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay, so anyway, again, thank you, and everybody else for wishing me the well wishes, especially after I went through this past month. But like I said, part 104 and 204 is on my Patreon channel. Link is below if you want to join. It's only $5 a month. And you can see my unedited review of that, and also other content on that. My Patreon channel, and Doom Patrol Season 2. I have a WandaVision, the whole season. And I have, like I said, part 104 and 204 I was going to say Josh Whedon, of Zack Snyder's Justice League on there. I'm also going to put the Captain, I was going to say, yeah, it is Captain America now. I was going to say the Falcon and the Snowman, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That review is on, that reaction review I watched this morning, and I'm going to upload that to my Patreon too, so that'll be on there. I initially was going to do the whole season, because it's only 6 episodes, but like I said, I had sick and everything else, so I didn't get a chance to do that. But I saw the finale, and I want to let you see my reaction, unedited reaction and review to the final episode of Season 1 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is now called Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Okay, if you want to see that, again, it'll be on my Patreon. I'm going to upload it tonight. Try to upload that tonight so you can see that and check it out. And let me know what you think. Again, it's only $5 a month on my Patreon. Links below. Links to social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. You can check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.